Dover Street. Big up to Chesapeake Voyagers and all you people in recovery.
It's Yours Radio, live 97.5, everything Urban Breakfast Club in the morning. Ron Banks at night, Donnie O, Devin Beck. I know y'all like where the music at, but this is an extended interview because it's very important. Again, we're talking about addiction, recovery, and these good brothers are on an incredible journey to reach back and help others. And like Beck mentioned earlier, you know, the brothers down at ECI and SCI over in Delaware, you know, appreciate y'all for always checking in on us each and every Sunday. And we always try to give y'all some jewels and some nuggets and give y'all some inspiration, you know, while you're behind them walls, man. So having these brothers here, hopefully, prayerfully, definitely inspire y'all to stay on the right track and do the right thing. So we got one more good brother who can tell a story. And don't forget, keep us locked because we got DJ Links in the building. And also we got our man Mont G, Wicked Born, a.k.a. Hollywood Mont. Got a new project out. So we're going to discuss that as well. So definitely keep it locked. It's Yours Radio, live 97.5, everything Urban. Breakfast Club in the morning, Ron Banks at night. Go ahead, good brother.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Naeem. I would love to say that I have like a vicious story. I ain't never been to prison. I'm just going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm a law-abiding citizen to a certain degree. My eyelashes is way too long for me to be in prison, man. I would like to sit up and say, like, you know, I had this vicious story, man, but like, man, my parents raised me well. You know, military brat, been all up and down the East Coast. I didn't choose, I mean, the drugs didn't choose me. I chose drugs. I chose the lifestyle. My mama raised me right, you know what I mean? But I love to get high. I love to get high. I just hate the consequences a little bit more today. Mm-hmm. I always ask myself, why me? And, you know, I believe in God. My dad's a minister. Shout out to my dad. Rest in peace to my grandmama. My grandmama taught me one valuable thing. There's only one race, and that's the human race. Mm-hmm. So I was able to get along. Everywhere I go, I get along, and I'm big on energy. Mm-hmm. Like I have very vibrant energy. I'm like a positive person, man. It's just when I put that poison in my body, you know what I mean, it brings me out of character. Mm-hmm. I got tired of being sick and tired. I'm 40 years old, man. I've been getting high for 25 years. There's not a drug known to man I haven't tried. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying like I pick it like there was no discriminating when it came to drugs. Yeah. It's like it's no discriminating when it comes to my recovery. You feel what I'm saying? What led me to Easton was after being tired of being sick and tired, I've been to several treatment facilities, been like 12 psych wards, and I ain't even crazy. You know, I was just one of them guys when I was living in DMV, right? Because that's where I'm originally from Georgia. My mama joined the military, and then she got stationed to the DMV area. And I remember being homeless. I was homeless for like 25 years in my life, man, on and off, womanizer. You know what I mean? They used to call me Rolling Stone. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Whatever he laid, that's what his home was. You feel me? And like that was just a vicious lifestyle that I lived, man. I knew I had morals and values of being a man. I just didn't know how to be a man. Mm-hmm. You know, and recovery has taught me that, man. Mm-hmm. Like I'm grateful for the recovery houses. Fast forward, man, my recovery, you know, for the 7th time out of a treatment facility, I was at the Whitson Center. Shout out to the Whitson Center. Same place I was a patient at 3 times. I actually now work there. Been working there for 4 years. Wow. You know what I mean? And like you talking about helping and giving back. That's my purpose in life now. Mm-hmm. I went through everything I had to go through to get to where I'm at just to help somebody. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's the purpose and that's the powerful thing about recovery. You know, I choose to do meetings, you know what I mean? And then that's how I met these brothers when I moved to Easton. And like them my bros, man. Like for real. And it's not like where you're from, it's where you're at.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I had to change my perspective on life. You feel what I'm saying? For a long time, I thought this, that, and the third, but that was a false perception of what a man was. You know what I mean? Recovery is giving me the identity of a man. Like I'm being 100 with you, man. If something bothers me, I call these brothers. If it gets real bad, I cry. You feel what I'm saying? Like for a long time, I was taught that crying was a weakness.
Indeed.
But now today,
we all taught that.
Right. But now today, that's like, I mean, I don't rarely cry because I got a good life. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I cried when my son was born. You know what I mean? I got a little 3.5-month-old baby. You know what I mean? And that's just the beautiful thing about recovery. I got an 18.
You cried when the Falcons lost last week, didn't you?
Man, we ain't gonna talk about that. Man.
Oh, okay, my bad. I know Junior like that. Still a fan over there.
They're gonna beep that up. They're gonna bleep that one out. We gotta bleep that one out, man.
That's right. Yeah. You Steelers too. Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna bounce back on Monday. But anyways, it's like beautiful thing, man. Life is beautiful today. No Recovery is beautiful today, man. What keeps me clean and sober today is just living one day at a time, being honest with myself, You know what I mean? Staying connected. These brothers, they said, like, you can't do it alone.
Right.
For a long time, I tried to do it alone because I thought I was different. But I'm not different, man. We all the same. We might have came from different backgrounds. Like, these brothers been in prison. I ain't never been in prison, but the results were the same.
Yeah.
We were all broken. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I lean on these brothers when times get hard. Like, I don't have to do it by myself, man. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing. God has brought me or got me to where I'm at today. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for my journey. Because for a long time, I was like, why me? Why me? Why me? And now today it's like, why not me? Why not me, man? Because if I can state, man, I'm telling you, man, like, I wish I could have brought my picture in, man. I was looking like the Black Sideshow Bob, man. Like, and my drug of choice led me to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to talk about the drugs, but, like, for those who just think, like, you know what I mean? I'm an African-American, man, and I was shooting up crystal meth. And for a long time, it was a stigma behind it. And I was like, man, like,
white boys do
right,
that.
right. But I'm hanging with all the white boys. You feel me? I'm saying? Like, there was no discrimination, man. That disease, and the disease doesn't discriminate. You know, that's one thing I learned in life, man. I learned a lot in this process of recovery. I learned a lot through these brothers. Like, they're all in my, like, that's my sponsor behind me. You know what I mean? Like, we stay connected, man. Like, oh, man, just God is good. You know what I'm saying? And I give all the glory and the praises to him, because without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'm not trying to sound like no minister, this, that, and that, because I ain't perfect now. You know what I mean? I'm very respectful. I like to cuss up a storm, but I know I can't cuss on you know what I mean, on the radio station, because, you know, but, like, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, man.
You know where your source is at. And the one thing I get from all of y'all is that y'all in a great place. But again, God has appointed y'all now through y'all went through it. Now your lives are walking testimonies.
Exactly.
For everyone that y'all run across. You know, for those that are going through it. So, you know, and I see y'all all at a place where you accepted that. Say, you know what? Why me? But like you said, why not me? You know. So now, what you're doing now is incredible, man. And just keep up the incredible work. Beck, anything?
Yeah, and I also just want to say, like, I appreciate you gentlemen for coming to share your story, because a lot of people like to act like they didn't go through, you know, like you get clean and you act like now you looking down on people who was in that, you understand what I'm saying? And so the fact that you in here sharing, saying, look, this is where I was. And like Big Norm, like, I remember I worked with your son at Sandy Hill, and I didn't even know you was going through anything. You know what I mean? And so just to see you today, I remember the picture you took in the courtroom, man. I was so proud, you know, like, man, like just to watch that journey, man, just from afar. Super proud of all y'all brothers, man. Yeah. And continue to share your stories and continue to let people know how beautiful recovery is, because the world need to know it. We need it. And like you said, we like the young kids now, they getting the wrong perception of what this is. And when you're young, you think you invincible, right? You think you're invincible when you're young. So thank y'all 100% for coming and sharing that.
Yeah. And then to piggyback on you back, you know, also a lot of people don't like to share their story because they're embarrassed. You know what I mean? And even like what you know, Jay said, you know, he was talking about he had pee and poop on him. Like, I don't even know where it came from, but you know he was high up. Like, that ain't a pretty picture. But that's part of his testimony. You know what I'm saying? To look, this is where I was at. This is where I'm at now. Look at me now. You know what I mean? And so for those that are going through, sometimes they feel like they're in a dark place and they can't get out of it. But hey, I got Jay here, Naheem, Norm, Junior. These are testimonies, 4 testimonies. Come from 4 different places, 4 different stages of where they were in their lives, you know, and now they brothers united. Y'all kind of remind me like how it was, like, I mean, of course, I'm not there, but just the fraternity, like my guys I played basketball with, you know, high school, Wills, you know what I mean? Like, we grew up from kindergarten and that's still my man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, so I get that, like that bond, that brotherhood, that is very important to have, you know. Yeah, I'm a believer in God, like you said. Just real quick back, and just real quick, and we got to have that spiritual connection, but we also need that earthly connection too. You know, that those brothers, and it's, y'all know it's hard to have people that I can call on and tell them any and everything, and know it ain't gonna get no further than this phone talk conversation. So it's very hard. So when you have that, man, keep that locked in and don't mess that up. You know what I mean? That's very important. Go ahead, Beck.
Yeah, real quick question. Have you had to go back and apologize to people who you've had to, like, when you were in it, and you know, when you and as somebody who has never been addicted, like, I have a hard time with that part. You know what I mean? Like, the people that were in it and the people that were affected by it. You know what I mean? Like, how did you go back and make that right?
I want to say something real quick. So, like, real quick, I stole from my mama. I stole from my dad. I'm talking about $1,000. I used to steal my kids' medication. That's how bad I was, man. My kids was flunking school.
Right.
And I'm stealing their medication just to make sure I'm all right, this, that, and third. You know, one thing that I've learned was I kept apologizing. Apology without a change of action is just a form of manipulation. And I just kept saying, I'm sorry.
And
So
do the same.
Right, right. So what
you.
I've learned in this process was a living amends. I don't have to say I don't have to apologize no more. My actions does it for me.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now my son, 18 years old, he's in Temple University. It's the same guy that was doing his, you know what I mean? Like, that's where the apologies came from. You know, I have a 15-year-old in Erie, Pennsylvania. I just built a relationship with him. You know what I mean? For 15 years, I ain't know him because of active addiction. You know what I mean? And like, I have a newborn. He's 3.5 months. So now my apology towards him is like, he don't ever have to see me use again. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like, my mama, man, my mom's from Brooklyn, man. And like, she cut me off real quick, cut me bad. You know what I mean? Like, she don't even got to put her hands on me. She just give me that look and just the disappointment. I'd rather be mad at me, but the disappointment hurts. You know what I mean? But like, as far as the apology now, and then for those that I can't apologize to, I just go harder at helping other people. And just get back to the universe that I took away from for so long. That's how I kind of make my apologies today.
That makes sense.